Hey everyone, welcome to the first video on this channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my new Toucan yarn by Hobbii. I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but this is a chenille yarn and we're going to be taking a look at what I got. We're also going to be talking about like the weight and everything. Then we're going to compare them to different types of yarn and also make something with it and see how it compares. So I got really pretty pink, this gorgeous color. It's kind of like a lilac lavender color. It's my favorite color ever. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but I just had to get it. This is coming up as like very red on screen, but it's like a dark pink. We've got yellow, we've got this gorgeous blue color. We've got the true, I guess this is more of like a lavender because it's more purple. This is kind of more like a rose, like a dusty rose. We've got the dark purple. Of course, we got the black. We have a dark gray and gotta get the white. Okay, so now looking at the tag, we have the lot number and color, COL. It says 17. So I can't remember when I ordered on the website, like if they had names of colors, but it looks like it might just be by the number. And if we look at the other side of the tag, we see it is polyester. It is a 6 super bulky weight. So of course you can compare that to like Parfait Chunky or even like Chenille Home Slim, which is a little bit thicker. They recommend a 7mm crochet hook. And they also gave me this little piece of candy. I'm gonna try it, but I just thought that was too cute. My husband opened this package for me, by the way. So I woke up this morning and all of my yarn was sitting in my seat for me. So I didn't get to do an actual unboxing, but I was really happy to see how quickly they got here. So if you didn't know, this yarn comes from Denmark, or at least that's where my packages have come from. And here's their color selection. I think they have a lot of beautiful colors to choose from. And you can see they are named by like a number. And also they have a lot of colors in stock still, which is really nice to see. And this yarn is only $5.60 per skein. So you can't really go wrong with that. Okay, so here I have the kind of like lavender color and the dark purple color. I'm going to make an axolotl with these in just a second, but I kind of wanted to look at them, you know, just as they are. And honestly, I'm kind of impressed by how it feels. It's kind of thick and almost feels a little bit like a mix between Parfait Chunky and Bernat Blanket. The shedding, so it is shedding a little bit, but it's only if I like really pull, like I'm like squeezing and pulling and it's not coming off. Okay, so I did mess it up a little bit right there, but that was after like really pulling on it. Okay, so here's Parfait Chunky, and then this one is either Sweet Snuggles Light or Home Chenille Slim. Those are pretty much the same thing, so that's what that is. And then, of course, we have here our Toucan, and they're not a good dupe for, like, color-wise. This is the closest color that they have in this line to this. But it is not a dupe the same way that like these two can really be a dupe for each other. But that's not a big deal. And that's not really like anything I'm judging it on. I'm just pointing that out. Okay, sorry if this probably doesn't look very great, but I'm using my phone camera right now just to kind of show you the difference. So of course the Sweet Snuggles Light is always a little tiny bit thicker. It's supposed to be a 6 bulky yarn, but it is a little tiny bit thicker than like the Parfait Chunky. But I would say that the Parfait Chunky and the Toucan are like almost the exact same size wise. Okay, and if I try to pull this like I did with the Toucan, it's just coming right off. I guarantee it will happen with the Sweet Snuggles because this stuff sheds like the worst out of all of them, or, you know, not absolutely the worst, but yeah. So this one I sat here and pulled on and like it came off with a lot of force. I was trying to get that off. So I kind of really like this. I like the way that it feels. It does feel very similar now that I have them next to each other. The Parfait Chunky does feel very similar, but the Toucan might just be like the tiniest bit on the thicker side. Okay, so now I'm gonna make an axolotl. This is the one I made last night. He's a little tiny bit crooked, but it's the first time I made him. And this is a pattern by Crochet Grove, which I will link down below if you're interested, but he's super cute. And I wanted to make a purple version, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I cut that end off. Now we have a fresh end, and we of course are gonna start, sorry, those are my scissors. We're of course going to start with a magic ring, magic circle. I tend to do things on the tight side. I'm trying to work on it, but sometimes it's tight and I have a hard time like pulling this. I'm also using a size 5 hook, by the way. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to pull this guy through. And lovely, that worked great. Okay, that's not to say it's gonna work great every time, because I have issues with like Parfait Chunky all the time, for example. So I am not going to, this is not a tutorial, I'm not going to be giving away Crochet Grove's pattern, but I will kind of take you along with me. Okay, so here's what I have so far. It's just the head. I haven't made a whole lot of progress yet, but it's looking really good. It feels really good. And I think most importantly is that I have not seen like any shedding. There's like a little piece right here on the table, but that's from earlier. Yeah, it has not shed a single time on me. Okay, so I actually need to frog this a little bit because I think I messed up somewhere. So let's see how that works. I kind of like pull it quickly when I'm frogging, and it seems to be working fine. It is kind of like catching a little bit, but I think the fact that it's not shedding at all really helps. Okay, I think I'm gonna go finish this off camera and I will meet back up with you when I am all done. All right, here is the finished product. I think he is adorable. I love his little gills or fins, whatever they're called. I'm really happy with how this came out. I think that the yarn worked up really great. And again, it did not shed on me the entire time. I didn't have a single piece of yarn on me when I was done, which that happens all the time with Sweet Snuggles Light and Parfait Chunky, which that's what this other axolotl is made out of. The light pink is Sweet Snuggles Light and the dark pink is Parfait Chunky in bubblegum. And they did come out to be about the same size. This Sweet Snuggles one might be the tiniest bit bigger. Both of them were made with a 5mm hook. And yeah, I honestly don't mind this pink one. Remember, he's the first one I made, and so he's a little crooked, but I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I like him better, and I definitely plan on making more axolotls with this yarn. So just a couple other things I wanted to say about this yarn before we wrap up. I think that this yarn has the potential for being good for like sewing on small pieces, maybe not like a ton of sewing, but I feel like it would hold up when you're trying to sew just because it doesn't fall apart. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is if you're familiar with this Big Twist Posh by Joanne, I think that these are pretty similar in the way that they feel. They're not exact, and the big twist is the slightest bit thinner, but if you like the big twist posh, then I think you're definitely going to like the Toucan. Okay, so the question that everybody wants to know, is Toucan worth it? And I gotta say, yes. I am very excited about this yarn. I am so glad that I got it, and I'm really excited to use it. I have a market coming up in just a few days, so I'm gonna make as many things as I can with this, but definitely go try it out, you guys. Let me know what you think about it. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.